that's a food source.
Mm-hmm.
If the dog that I just worked on a couple of days ago that bolted across the highway, she had just had puppies. So we were lucky enough that we were able to get scent items from the puppies and put those out. Because again, she didn't know the owner, but she would obviously know her puppies.
Yeah.
So you can take, scent strips from the puppies and wipe them down with a blanket and do, literally shred it and then do scent strips back to where a feeding station where you kind of want the dog to stay. You can even take those scent strips and hang it from a tree, like a tree branch. That way it catches in the wind and the scent will blow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to attract her to come back to that area.
Yeah. That's a sad story, isn't it? Did you get her, I hope? Were you able to get her?
We got her yesterday.
Good.
Yes, we got her yesterday.
Good.
And I didn't even leave my house for that. I did it all over the phone.
Yeah. Well, that's good because those stories are so scary when they're running like that. It's a miracle she didn't get hit by a car,
It is. It is.
Yeah. So tell us about if, let's see, you've got your dog Magic, right? Is
Yes.
Okay. And did you have other dogs? I thought you had some others, or you just work with other dogs that I read about?
No, so Magic is my main dog at the moment. I'm actually trained, she's a lab.
Mm-hmm.
I am training a rat terrier named Trix,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping to have her ready by probably October or November. So she will be my main dog, probably that I would do any kind of long distance traveling with because she's going to be so little. She can, fit under a seat on a plane.
I see.
Whereas it's harder, with a lab, I typically drive.
Yeah.
So it'll make life a little easier. And then, of course, I have, a puggle who tracks nothing but food from my kitchen. But, yeah.
So how do you train this little rat terrier? What do you do to get it ready to be a tracking dog?
So you start with some pretty simple runaway games. You take something that she really, really likes, and you let her kind of watch you as you run and like hide behind a shed or something like that. And then you let her come find you, and you slowly start to kind of increase the distance. And then you start introducing scent items and make her use her nose to actually come find you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a Missing Animal Response Network, again, has a great program for actually training tracking canines or trailing dogs. And it's probably about a 8 to 12 month process with them.
Okay.
And you start covering different types of surfaces. And, the most important thing that you need to be able to do when you're out tracking is being able to trust and read your dog. If you don't trust your dog, you're going to question every other turn you make. And it's going to, it impacts the quality of the track as well. You need to be able to kind of tell if you go out to a sighting where someone says, okay, I saw, your golden retriever here 2 hours ago. And who knows, there could be another, 4 dogs out in that area, or someone could have been, letting their dog off leash and he's having to pass through there. It might not have been your dog at all. So ideally, you really need to have a very strong negative. So that way, when I get there with Magic and I give her the scent item, I know if it was your dog and we're on a scent trail, or if that was not your dog and there's no scent there.
That's interesting. The process? I wasn't sure how long it would take, so it almost takes a year. But I think I used to have a rat terrier, and they're very smart dogs. I love them. Yeah, that's why I was curious about it, using one. They're fast little guys and or girls.
Yeah,
and
they're energetic.
They're so smart. Yeah.
Yes. So we're pretty excited to have her joining us.
Yeah. So when will she be ready?
I'm hoping by October or November.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's neat. So what else would you like to talk about as far as, your trapping organization and how you help people with their lost pets?
So the Lost Animal Resource Group is a relatively new 501c3 based out of the Baltimore, Maryland area. And we help people nationwide. We provide flyers. We provide, tips for trapping. We can help you with community outreach, and kind of strategizing trapping plans and whatnot. And I think we've been a 501c3 for maybe 2 or 3 months now.
Okay.
I think we kind of went live, if you will, maybe 5 months ago, and we've already had over 400 cases.
Good. That's a lot.
So it's great to know that there's a resource out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of other organizations will charge you for phone consults or email consults and that kind of thing, whereas we definitely do not.
Yeah.
You know, our goal is to kind of try and help as many people as we can.
Yeah.
So if you lose your dog or cat or goat or turtle or what have you, there is help available to you. You just have to reach out and want to accept help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's, as you know, so many different groups, and I talk with Kathy Boblowski every week, every month, and we're not big fans of a million different lost pet groups because we just feel that it causes pets to fall between the cracks. So I imagine you recommend that people do go on social media, but I think it's important when anybody tells somebody to go on social media that they tell them to go with the most active, the largest, the ones that are offering the most information so that it is most helpful. I don't know that all this cross-posting stuff is the best idea because I see too many pets that, they're over here on some little group that has 200 people, and then everyone else is operating on a group that has 30,000 people. And, hopefully there's enough people that put 2 and 2 together, but it's always best, I think, to recommend that they go and post with the largest organization in their area, so that they are sure that they're getting the most eyes on the information.
Right. And, helping lost pets is an amazing resource.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I that's kind of one of my first go-tos is, have you posted on, do your local lost and found, do helping lost pets, get things out to the vets and whatnot. And that's another reason why I will never really post a missing pet on any of my, the found page or the LARG page, because it pulls away from the local lost and found pages. And you can easily miss a tip or a sighting or something if you have it too many places.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so important people don't rely strictly on social media, which a lot of times they're like, well, it's been shared, 9,900 times on Facebook. Well, that's great. That's awesome if everybody hears on Facebook, but unfortunately, some people are not.
Right.
And it's going to be horrible if the one person that's not on Facebook or is not a member of a lost and found page, so they never see it anyways, find your dog and is like, well, what do? I don't have a flyer. I don't, your dog's not chipped. I can't find the owner. I mean, that's how, unfortunately, lost dogs end up at shelters and getting readopted out to different families because people just don't take the time to do their due diligence.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. You've got to do a lot more than just social media, and especially do the flyers. And yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Would you like to take a minute and tell everybody about how they can find you on your website or Facebook page or however it is that you want people to look you up?
Of course. So for found professional pet trackers, you can go to Facebook, and it's if you type in Pet Found Inc., that will take you to my found page. You can also go to the website, which is www.professionalpettrackers.com. If you would like to see more about the nonprofit Lost Animal Resource Group, we are also on Facebook, which is LARG Cares, and that's LARGCARES, or our website, which is www.largcares.org.
All right. Very good. Well, we're just about out of time, so I wanted to thank you for being with us today. And my interviews, I bop around because I think about different things, but everything that you shared with us today is really helpful information for people that have never thought about the different processes involved in tracking a pet or really finding one and what to do if you've lost one. So I appreciate you being with us today.
Of course. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. So remember that a lost pet can't tell anyone where it lives. So please be sure your pet is microchipped and wearing its ID tags. And if it is microchipped, be sure that chip is registered and up to date. I'm your host, Patty Giarrusso, and this has been Let's Talk Pets on Society Bites Radio. Thanks for joining us today. And until next time, take care and keep your pets safe.